was nice when I didn't tear that down. Alright, Sally is a pretty good province to have a claim on, but I already have a claim on it. Did I claim the wrong province? Looks like I did. Well, it's all mine anyway. Right, let's stop doing the whole spying thing right now, because I need to be friendlier with certain entities. You know, Castile, maybe we're going to find we have more in common than we thought. Do you hate Portugal? Yeah, I have to keep Tunis tight now that they've become friends with my enemy. Now the diplomatic reputation will have tanked for Morocco, but now they're a lot stronger, so Marrakesh do not want independence. But fighting you has become incredibly risky. A bit more and I'll get my final claim on Tlemcen. I'll be ready to rock and roll on them the moment the truce is gone, but that's still a while away. You said you wanted to claim on Sally. I say lots of things. The Pretender rebels are still going for it, but there's no real impact on them losing to Pretender rebs, sadly. Tlemcen is building a spy network, but what's new? Let's get you guys back. I don't care so much about all of this. Yeah, it means I'm not building up those sailors that I need. Florence in excommunication world. Sadly I got caught though. And I've been warned by Morocco not to go to war. So if and when I go to war with Tlemcen, Morocco will get involved. This is potentially good for me, because if I bring in Tunis on my side, Tunis will end up at war with Morocco, and that'll break them up. Still a while away, but I have that as an option. This is good. Sus would accept support for independence. Wouldn't your armies make the AI decide to declare? Yes, but then I'd be at war with Morocco and my ally. So I'd be stripped of most of my allies, and I'm unlikely to gain many of anything in the war. Gotta hand it to Morocco, that was a ballsy move they just did. Even with Castile breathing down their necks. Fascinating, but I will survive. Good. 2 kings. But you need an heir, a male heir. He just gets a new Trastamara on his death, hopefully a male one. I do not want to see an Iberian Union up north. Could you send both support independence and declare on Tlemcen at the same time? Trying to think what that would even do. I would break the support of independence because I'd then be at war with Sus anyway, so no help there. Don't forget, first and foremost, Castile is breathing down your neck. I mean, that may be true, but they still have Enrique on the way, and Enrique couldn't conquer his way out of a wet paper bag. So I have a bit of confidence here. What might be less confidence building is, oh hello, you decided to go to war with Mazhab. If I allied Mazhab right now, I would defend them against this treachery and claim everything for myself. Delightfully devilish. Alright, screw the claims, not going to get them in time anyway. Technologically I'm on par with these guys, but they got nothing anyway. That fort could be a problem, but it's a shame. It's not quite how I wanted to do it, but it will trim a whole lot of time off of this this truce that I have. But I need a bit of morale first, so we'll give it a monthly tick. I'll steamroll in Tlemceni units, so I'll try. Don't worry, friend, I will save you. Now just invite me into your stupid war. Preferably before the enemy builds up their entire army. Any moment now, Mazhab. Any moment now. Any moment now. What do I have to do? Say I hate your enemies and love you? If you lose... Oh my god, they've lost 25 war score in the war. They won't be able to call me in. That's not good. I mean, I could build up better relations with them, and it was you that... Oh no, I can't enforce because there's a truce there. Okay, do I have anything I can do? Can't condottieri because they're over someone I have a truce with as well. Man, poor Mazhab. Yeah, but since they're losing the war this much... Castile claiming more land off me. There's a slight chance that they get Togourt fast enough that they get some more war score and then they can call me in. That would be nice. But they need to get this before this falls. Which looks likely, but we'll see if it happens. Just marry them, maybe you get a queen out of it. As I recall, Ictas don't get consorts. I might not know this game inside out, but I think I know that much. Call me in, you fool! You'll never win! Maybe there's something blocking him, but... You can do it. Hey, he's building up! He's building up and a half. But the moment Togourt takes Mazhab, it's curtains for them. Yeah, I could try marrying them. What's the worst that could happen? Didn't cost anything. Wow, they're on their way back. Maybe they think they're winning the war too hard, that they don't need my paltry help, but as soon as Mazhab goes, that's the end of the war for them. Oh, unless they separate piece Togourt. What an incredible thing that would be. Separate piece Togourt or you'll lose! No! Poor guys. Meanwhile, Morocco is busy not being at war with Castile, which is a touch disappointing. Well, I'm going to have a difficult proxy war with Morocco to fight, and I don't have the favours built... Oh, I will have the favours built up with Tunis. I don't have to promise them land that I don't want to give them. However, what was that about Bohemia renting troops to Austria? Austria's at war with a lot of people. Austria is what keeps me from fighting you, and they're still malevolent. You get no such thing, nobles. Oh well, Mazhab still very much alive, but they had to annul treaties with me. Unfortunately, those royal ties remain, so that's going to eat up one of my diplomatic thingamajiggers. But Togourt and Togourt only took land there, which is kind of aggravating, actually. Now when I fight you, Togourt's still going to be in the way. Oh, how very strange. Also, Austria's buying every bit of condottieri on the map. I don't want to make subjects on the border of Tunis. He still really wants that land, so he'd probably hate me for it, and I already have enough of a dangerous political game to play here, what with Morocco and Tunis being friends. I need to sink that friend ship. Oh, however, Tunis is very close to not being their friend, which would be good for me, but That's not saying that Tunis would join me. So many things I want to destroy, but so little capacity with which to destroy. We're still Mystic, right? It's a shame. I'd like that tech cost reduction and the tax, but stronger units are hard to say no to. Also, those pretenders, did they win or lose a fight there? Morocco's also made their way up to Tech 4. Everyone around me has. Perhaps it would be prudent of me to focus mill myself. Dip is bleh, and I'll have plenty of admin with our new heir. Elkhorn will see us through to victory. Noble privileges, curtail them or strengthen them. Trader privileges would be nice, but we are no plutocracy here. Nobles, eh? You know what, let's strengthen them. They obviously know best. Speaking of people that know best, I like getting more money for my everything, and it's only the Ulema who don't like me for it. Guffaw. I may need you at some point. The Dhimmi would be unhappy, but the Dhimmi have not got a leg to stand on. Let's do this. I want a load of papers, please. Alright, Tunis would not help them, period. However, I broke that alliance later than perhaps I should have. I have to keep them not wanting to join in for a wee while yet. Still though, there are more of them than me, and I don't have a lot to bring into this. And Sus, oh well, Sus is a no-brainer, but Marrakesh are still a problem. But it means Sus may declare their independence during the fight. There's a lot of ifs and buts there. I don't like them that much. Rival Morocco for delicious PP. I forgot about that slight risk that Tunis hate me a lot for doing that. But it's very slight. I'll take the risk. So what we think of you, Morocco? I think 1 time out of 5 I would accidentally click on Tunis doing that. Yeah, Tunis still love me. Jeez, Ottomans. They're making such a dog's dinner of their everything right now. However, Morocco, they got a lot of units, which is disturbing. 20,000 of them. Double what I can muster at my best. Well, I don't see a reason not to rebuild some spy networks. I do want the rest of my claims on you. What? Tunis are allying all of my friends. I don't like that. All of my enemies, rather. I really don't like that. What is the meaning of this, Tunis? Perhaps they want to contain me. Wow. Wow. Tlemcen coming back with all these guarantees. Ouch. Moroccan dip rep is down the toilet, so people don't want to help them, but that would be a dangerous, very dangerous war to fight. Tunis knows your plan and doesn't like it. For once, it didn't involve hurting them. Sus might declare their independence if I kept Morocco busy, but Moroccan friendship with Tunis is a dangerous thing. I am in one rough spot here, actually. If I best CB'd you, Fazan would join in, but Tlemcen would not, which is kind of bad. I would have my opportunity to eat up Tlemcen if I best CB'd Togurt. And that's a war that Tuniz would actually get involved in, and I'd happily give them all this land. I would take this as non-co-belligerent land, which would not make me popular and would be very expensive. But I think, yeah, I think this looks like the best thing to do. Best CB Togurt. Eat up Tlemcen so they stop getting in my way, and I have a bit of Lebensraum to play with. There is no CB like no CB. This was and always will be true. Fazan's involvement's still a bit of a ball breaker, but I could just give that to Tuniz to make them even happier. I don't mind giving them land and all this. I can separate piece Tlemcen as well. Alright. The downside is, of course, that Tlemcen don't want to get involved because they're in debt and cruel. I could pay off their debt a little bit. I don't want to do that. But their debt would mean that they wouldn't help out others. Ah, but I'm not about to fight Tuniz. Madness. Just do 2 wars, Jake. But the problem is striking... Oh, Christ, look at his laundry list of friends. I can't have him having those friends. I need to strike Togurt before he makes more friends. But I really, really don't want to give Tlemcen free money. The ruler is cruel and 48 years old. I want... Right, what am I going to figure out? I'm going to figure out how much Tlemcen is in debt by. They have 10 loans. 10 loans of 15. Each loan is given that. Okay, so if I gave them 25, maybe 50 ducats, they would pay off enough of their debt to join in this war against me. I'd bring in Tuniz on promise of land, and then we would eat Fazan, Togurt, and Tlemcen, whilst Morocco sits there and sucks their thumb. That kind of works. Kind of works. Not a good idea, says Kappa, but I'm out of targets at the moment. And my units are well stocked, well fed, and well sick of these guys. If I go here, there's no river crossing if I march into Tala, and he doesn't have a good way out. Right, forget the spy network, you're going down. Shame about the cruel part, making me have to do more than I want to do here, but I hate giving away my money like this. I always get flashbacks to when I paid Hungary to join a war for me. They joined and then immediately peaced out. It was a bad day, a very bad day. There you go, Tlemcen. Hope I didn't give that to the wrong person. That would be embarrassing. Pay off your stupid debts. Oh, you best be joking. Ugh, they want more money. God, people and their goddamn handouts. Okay, what if I insulted them to tell them that I really, really hate them? Would that make them more desiring of war with me? No. No, it's attitude more than anything else. And they're getting more and more negative about this war. Another bit of money to give to Tlemcen is just ugh. But if it gets them in this war, then it becomes worth my time. And money. There we go. They join in. Tuniz is going to be given some Togurt lands. Everybody wins, especially me. No Cassis, no problem. Kill them. All of them. Also, I don't like this loss of stability. The war exhaustion I can tank because there's no rebel threat. I don't like that 2-shock general defending in Highlands. However, we have the numbers to completely crush him. Even though our units aren't fighting as efficiently as they could, I wasn't about to micro that. There we go. I'd rather he just fully died, but he seems to be running away like a coward. Leave behind some nobody to hold the fort here, literally. And making friends with Mazhab was meant to be my way to kill you. I forgot this was a live stream, says Luke Corn. Hello. Well, welcome. Where are you running to? Probably straight into Tunisian land. There are plenty of Tunisians, so they should be able to take care of this. Plenty indeed. War participation's not a big deal. I'm going to separate police Tlemcen anyway. I'll just drop off enough units to keep the sieges going. I will ensure that all of this is occupied by me rather than Tunis. Otherwise he might want a slice of the Tlemceni pie. Better than the guy watching a VOD thinking it was live and trying to win a Steam key, says Pepper. Yeah, I think they've gotten a bit better, Twitch, at reminding you when something is live and when it is not. It's not to say they're perfect at it, but they're better. I should probably just leave you there for now. There's nothing really to gain otherwise, but I will keep building my spy network. Unfortunately, this did not turn Tunis against Morocco, but I don't think that's the biggest problem around here. I mean, granted, I still want to jump on Morocco, but I wouldn't be doing it until Castile have their filthy Iberian way with them. Probably be a long while before he integrates the other guy too, so no big deals there. Right, question is, do I work on this occupation or do I work on all of this? I'd like Tlemcen not to have a home to come back to and separate piece them ASAP, so we'll work on their fort first. Also, there is no point in having this activated right now, unless I see Castilians amassing on the border. Excellent idea, you say. The tar and royal monopolies. Do like money, but if I made the merchants happier, I could punch money out of them instead. Unprofitable monopolies. They gain 10 loyalty. And if I give them some monopoly chart, well, that's not enough for other things. But I will, however, of course, take that dosh. Slightly better that way. And with this 3 siege general that the game very generously gave to me. Slight risk that Morocco attacks me. Very slight though. I doubt he would attack me with the Ottomans backing me and with my own ally, his ally as well. But that's not to say there's no risk here. There is of course a risk. After all, Ottomans keep exhausting themselves in war, and Tunis is in a war with 3 nations, so we'll play it by ear. Tlemcen, however, are giving me all the money that I'm not even going to get all that money. 22 ducats return on the 75 I sank into them. They don't deserve cores on me, but that is a paltry comparison to taking all their land. Coalition may form. Wow, that's a lot of aggressive expansion. But it's with people I don't care about. Toghut, Mazhab, and Morocco. Tlemcen won't exist anymore, and I can't allow them to keep existing. Or could I? If I left them alive with a single province, I could attack them later on if I needed to break up Tunis and Morocco. Ah, well, no, not at all. Tunis is no longer allied with them. But they are allied with them. Right, forget that. We wiped them off the map. As much dosh as I can get, but it's not a lot. Alright, very good. So many people coming in, astounded to see EU4 on this channel that was pretty much founded on playing EU4. Wasn't the first thing I ever streamed though. That was Rescue Embassy Mission for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And pretty much nobody watched that. It was Tandy and nobody. I'm sure these quarantines are unnecessarily expensive. Alright, Excellent, this is coming down courtesy of our glorious general here. And because I'm actually sieging a fortified province, my participation's looking good. Tlemcen have been recovering their units, which isn't good. I need to go and fight them. I don't think we have any missions coming up that are quite likely. We need to gain that port back, but otherwise there's nothing about taking over North Africa, right? Have more ships than Portugal. Yeah, could happen someday. You streamed it again as a 2 hours well, beat it quickly, damn right. Rescue Embassy Mission is a great game. I do enjoy it, and I'm not too shabby at it either. I don't see a problem with giving most, if not all, of the Mazhab land to Tunis in order to gain favours with them. But, I mean, James, the land is garbo. It's probably better to give it to them and keep them as a long-term ally. Sure, I would love to have the province of Metuje, but probably more useful to me to have a strong ally against the Iberians here. Still, you're down. You're not quite out, though. Plunk, because, well, the war is still ongoing. Well, let's stop it from being ongoing by killing your units. That'll send a message. Also, every unit I kill is another piece of dosh I can get at the peace table for my superior war participation. Gotta go, Jake. I've enjoyed your return to EU4. Yep. It's good to be back on it, that's for sure. Well, that's one way to get participation, Tunis. Get your army wiped. Could also more or less get 100% on this war by having you guys right here. The attrition ain't too bad. Sure, it's arid, but what a horrible part of the world. Peppers, please. Another fun thing, if I take this land, these guys become rebels, and then they very much become Tunis's problem. Close, but not quite close enough for peace. I still need to destroy his armies, and then his legies. They're going for something there. I should probably help out, because that battle doesn't look too good for my... Oh wow, Tunis! The heck did you eat for dinner? You're crushing Tlemcen and yogurt, both of which are on the same level of tech as you. And I don't think your lowered attrition's making the difference here. I guess you rolled pretty good. Well, you earned that swing of war participation, and you also crushed their armies enough for me to... not quite. Still need them completely dead. Yeah, they won't last. They got their tick, granted, but... I mean, that is a good fight and a good night. And I can be the one to claim the glorious victory as well. Grand. I still want Cert down, but what I really want is to annihilate all of this. Also, I don't want to pay for this. Away you go. That's me. I'm great. I kill them all. And then I take your everything. 17 ducat return. That's grim. Still, nobody really cares that much. It's a shame that I have to do this non-co-belligerent style, but Tunis have just got to go. There we go. This is a fort worth having. It blocks off the entirety of North Africa from anything to our west. I will keep this. I don't really want to pay for it, but I will temporarily. And I've got some coring to do. bit more expensive courtesy of war exhaustion, and since I'm dripping in dip, I will just pay that down a bit. Now this is already in an area of mine, so the autonomy isn't too bad. I will still grant it to